I am gonna be profitable trading you as much as we trade London and Tokyo. So 20 February 2025, Thursday, New York session. Let's rock and roll. We know, here's what we know. According to Forex Factory, there'll be some impactful news data released at 3:30. Unemployment claim data. Malum Philly, Fed manufacturing index would be also released, and there will be crude oil inventories. Should check out crude oil. I know we'll find consistent patterns with the help of the Lord. So yeah, that was opening price for New York. First 30 minutes before news release, 18 pips to the downside, stopping here. Right? Where was price stopping? So that 18 pips resulted from there until here. So the significant price point, not yet. Price stop there, and in the next 30 minutes when it was proposed, when it was suggested that that will be the same time there will be unemployment claim news, price traveled 38, 32 pips to the upside in the next 50 minutes. And in the next 20 minutes, before the 50 minutes, it was 18 pips to the upside, pulling back, trading back. The buying traded back to the opening prices, and that was a respect of those opening prices. So yeah, in the first hour, then 29 pips resulted to the upside, 24 pips resulted to the upside. So it was quiet the first hour, and we saw that there was an understandable pullback from the opening price, and then price closing above, pushing away. Price then pushed to the opening price of Tokyo. So this is a pullback. The first pullback is it the first? There's the second pullback to the opening price, Tokyo's opening price, which even during London, it resulted in a bearish move. So pullback to Tokyo's opening price, and then the market resulted in a total maximum movement of 270 pips in 50 minutes. The maximum pullback against this move was 16 pips. 16 pips was the max price went against Tokyo's opening price of the day, and yeah, it was still trading just below what was the high of the day as well. Yeah. So while that 208 pip move happened, where was price stopping? Price stopped here. Here is a place where during London, when London was trading alone, London's first low when it was trading alone without Tokyo, and its second place where it was bought at, the low was bought at again. Price was stopped there from selling, and there was immediate buying back to opening price, a pullback to New York's opening price during London, and that resulted in a maximum of 245 pips to the downside in 20 minutes, but a realistic 196 pips in 15 minutes to the downside, 0.8% pip move. The pullback against this price was 16 pips ish. this price of 16 pips ish, right? So move on. Right at 5 p.m., the most liquidest move happened at 4:30 until 5 p.m. to the downside. The quiet times were opening price 3 p.m. until 25 minutes. So 1 hour, the first 1 hour 25 minutes was the most quiet time. And at this time, it was said that there would be unemployment claims news data released. And at 5 p.m., that was the most liquidest buy movement for the day. Was it? Not yet. When New York and London are trading together, 155 pips to the upside, 0.7% in 30 minutes. That was fast. Stopping here, price traded back 128 pips, 0.5% in 25 minutes during New York and London combining. And from just above the low of the day, price ended up trading just below this high, just below this lower high here. 100 pips in 20 minutes here, then ended up closing 86 pips, 87 pips with London. Now, when it was now trading alone, observe when price was now trading alone, so it continued to push up. The next 40 minutes, 33 pips, 35 minutes, 33 pips to the upside, 0.15%, stopping at this area here, right? This area that was from the low of the day. That's where prices stopped. After prices created the low of the day, all that buying volume that resulted, and then price traded bearishly again. That's where price dropped. Saw an agreement of more sellers than there were buyers. And next 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, price traded 59 pips to the downside, stopping where? Stopping here. So yeah, it was then up and down. Again, price traded back to this place, but there was more buying past that place and then back here. And move there. So some of them I'm just trying to get to understand why. There was more selling volume than there was buying volume and back there. So it's a pullback to London's first, New York's first. Okay, let me just leave it like that for now. It's a pullback there, pullback up to what was the low of the day during Tokyo and London. When Tokyo was alone and when London was alone, that was the low of the day, pullback there, and there was a bit of selling from that pullback. There was a bit of selling. It was 27.8 pips in 20 minutes back to this price, and then that is where price closed 16 pips in 85 minutes. Total price change for New York 70 pips. Biggest selling movement for the day came at 4:30. Biggest buying movement for the day came at 5 p.m. They both averaged 80 minutes. When New York was trading alone, we saw prices trade 64 pips in 20 minutes at some point to the downside, in 25 minutes to the downside. And at some point we saw price trade again 57 pips in 20 minutes to the upside. This happened at 5 minutes to 9. This also happened at 15 minutes to 8. At 22:11, 22:11 there was 55 pips, also in like 20-25 minutes to the upside. Thereafter price that closed. Most traded at points during London, during New York, was London's, it was New York's opening price, a pullback, and also another pullback to Tokyo's opening price, a pullback that resulted in the large moves. The rest of them, there was a pullback to Tokyo's low, which fortunately this time it resulted in 27 pips, 15 minutes, then price that close before it opened above that area. So that ends New York session video.